because it's fake. Everything they telling us historically is fake. It's not real. Look, this is the father. This is the nigga that wrote. This is where the word Negro come from. Again, and all of these are copyrighted words. So you got to understand that the reason why the white man could lock you up for saying that you could cure cancer and you could cure herpes and you could cure all of these different things, even if you can do it, is not because you can do it. It's because you're using those words to describe what you're going to cure. And that's the problem. He has a patent and a copyright on those words. So when you use those words, he's really coming at you for copyright infringement, which you did by using those words. So if you want to cure cancer, you can't use the word cancer to cure it. You got to use the basic understanding of what cancer is, you see, and talk about curing that. He can't do nothing with that. This is the father of Afrocentrism. This is the first generation of so-called blacks given this anthropological idea of the coming out of Africa theory and all this other shit coming to you from a Jew, from a Jewish person. Another Jewish person telling you about your history. When these niggas when we just read about Salsbury, and it says that they had no knowledge of what plantation life and none of that shit was really like. We just read it. Because if they did, they would be able to speak about it accurately, but they can't. So you know what that means? That means everything that we know about slavery life is coming to us from this goddamn play. Which means these niggas that they tell us is the members or the faces of the black history or whatever you're trying to say may or may not or most likely were actors. They're all actors who were propagandists working for an entertainment entity that would eventually become what we call Hollywood, to then perpetuate an idea or a myth. See, the myth of the Negro past, a classic work on the African heritage in the New World. So look at that. This book is a classic work on African heritage in the New World. Then it says the myth of the Negro past. So right here, you're saying that Africans are associated with Negroes, and both of those are myths. With a new introduction by Sidney W. Mintz, another Jewish person. Who started the NAACP? Jewish people and black people. And who was those black people? Ida B. Wells, who always seemed to know when somebody was going to get lynched. Y'all don't find that suspicious? This bitch always know how many people getting lynched in the South, and she live in Harlem. Where's she getting the info from? Wasn't no internet then. Who was telling her? How she knew as soon as it happened to put it up? Again, myth of a Negro past. Look at what they did to us. Look at what they doing to us. It's another fake narrative history. And it makes more sense now that they doing that to us now. Look, his comments indicate that Cody expected Black America to consist of the colossal number of 1,000 performers. His wish was for a program bigger and better than even the Wild Wild West, meant that Salsbury, nearly an invalid, would be managing 400 or more people, then were eventually numbered among the cast. Look at this. The American institution passing into oblivion, and the same creative mind that placed the Wild Wild Western life in the midst of civilization, aided by his partner, Mr. Nate Salsbury, also determined that the plantation days in Dixie in the antebellum era should be seen as it really was by the present generation before the last of those who lived in slavery days should pass away to be seen no more. See, we're going to change what the history really happened. We're going to change the fact that y'all niggas won by showing y'all that y'all started as slaves and we was the one owning y'all, when it was the exact opposite. It was the opposite. They invented this Black history shit. The Afro-American in all his phases, from simplicity of the Southern field hand to his evolution as the Northern aspirant for professional honors, and his martial ambition as a soldier, a profession in which he has acquired the inevitable record. See? See? Mr. Salsbury, they invented Black history. It don't exist. These niggas, let me get the other father of your Black liberation history movement. Because what they did then was they took all these niggas, they put these niggas in, put people like John Box Brown into the medium, into the public, around regular so-called Black people, regular so-called white people and shit, got them together, built with them, let them believe that they were slaves and all this other fake shit, put it in books, put it in shit like that. Then by the time they set up in 1871 the KKK shit, now they got an ample reason to familiarize these people with this hate from this terrorist group, and they not realizing this is all really about displacing the original government, the original people, making the winners of the Civil War the losers in the movie. Just like they always making movies about what if the Nazis won? What if there was an alternate reality where the Nazis was able to win and all of this bullshit? What if there was an alternate reality where the Confederate States won? Ain't they always making movies like that? Making movies to create the alternate version of what really happened. Look at this white man giving them their history. Look at the white man giving these people their history, literally. These are the books that says who you are. Look at these Moors. They probably don't even know what he talking about. They probably got this white man here. He probably asking them for knowledge and shit like that or whatever. And now he trying to show how he giving them back the books, what he did with the knowledge to make us stupid over here. Look at these niggas. Look at these niggas in fezzes. Look at all these niggas is fezzed out. You think they really give a damn what this nigga say? Told you, all the original people, the original European colonizers, all of them was melanated people. All of them was warlords and shit from Europe. Blacks from Europe. Running shit, used to running shit. So then once they got enough blacks in the medium to start believing all of the bullshit and start creating all the racial tension, start making the white people believe that they own niggas like that, right? Because that's what they doing. Remember, we read it. It says they had no knowledge of what it was really like because all of them niggas died off. So they invented this shit. Literally. Then they got your boy, right? They got your boy right here to come along, right? Start up his shit for the Negro race now. Now look where the Negro started. The Negro started from the Wild Wild West show. We just read that. We just read it. From the Stage in Black America show, we get the idea. We now link up the Black, the African, and the Negro. It's all linked up through the edutainment, right? Then this nigga now goes in real life and starts calling regular black people who got their own country, got their own schools, their own hospitals. Didn't we have all of this when Marcus Garvey was doing shit? And what was happening? White people didn't have nothing. Them niggas was living in shacks. Them niggas was all destitute, right? All of the Southerners was destitute after the Civil War, right? The white boys, right? That's what the Lost Cause movement was about. They had nothing. The blacks were the ones that had to thrive in towns and all that shit, to the point that the white people had to come and burn the shit down. But what instigated them to do that? The false history, the birth of a nation, the Wild Wild West show, all of the entertainment, the Penny Dreadful novels that they was reading. Gas these niggas up to now go and get revenge for losing the Civil War to us. That's why the northern so-called blacks, or the northern people in power, had to send the white troops from the north down